Have we done it? Have we solved live streaming? Have we I think I did. Something's working. Okay. I think I did. So I'm trying to see how high quality this stream is. Alright, good enough. I'll be back in a sec. Oh, that was my Discord. Whoopsie. I have a lot to remember. I forgot I had a display capture on underneath that. Why is it when I'm like watching my stream on YouTube Studio, it is like laggy as hell, but when I watch it just like on YouTube, I guess YouTube Studio is just like giving me what I wanna or what I don't want to see. And then when I actually look, it's like, oh no, this stream is actually fine. Okay. So, if you're here, which I see that one person is, I can't remember if YouTube Studio counts me as one person, so I'm gonna assume that there's somebody here. The idea behind the method behind the play the peak. we might get to that. We might get to that. Let's not rule it out. First of all, let me delete this thingy that I think keeps freaking me up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we might play the peak. The idea behind this was, thank you, Kaz. I don't know what this #1 crown is on your name. I don't know what that means, but well, first of all, we're gonna see if I remember. This is like I do want to stream the peak actually. I want to stream the peak. I want to stream maybe Draugen and stuff like that. But this first idea with the stream is to remember if I know how to stream, and also it will coax me back into making YouTube videos, because what the idea behind this was, so this was the idea for the stream. It's like a challenge stream, not really, but the idea was this mod randomizer is, yeah, you're my biggest fan. Thank you. The idea behind this mod randomizer is that I got this book for Christmas. It is oh, let me use the actual accurate version of this. Okay, it is the complete collected poems of this guy named John Keats. And you're like, how is this related? Well, I wanted to read this book, but I also wanted to play the Spelunky mod randomizer because I was like modding Spelunky 2 a bit. And I was like, well, this mod randomizer is low-key kind of hard. And Keats famously died pretty young. So he doesn't have that many poems. This is, I think, literally everything he wrote plus his letters. We're not going to do the letters. And so my idea was, as kind of like an aesthetic gameplay stream where it would like, so I don't look like a chud and I'm just playing games all day, I'm actually learning. The idea was, every time I died, the other point of the stream was also to check like stuff like audio and see if I remember like, if I'm like freaking stuff up. But the idea was, every time I die in this mod randomizer, which will be a lot, I have not beaten it once. I've died like many times. I'm going to put on some classical music. That's the idea. And I'm going to read you a poem from this book, which will not be very long. It'll take like maybe a minute. Not only will this incentivize me from dying because I have to, you know, constantly open up another page of this thing and read it, even though I do enjoy it. It will also make this challenge more than just me playing Spelunky, and I can say that I'm not a chud because I didn't like freaking sit here playing video games all day. I actually did read some of this book that I said I would read like a while ago. And then if that gets boring, yeah, it's just, it keeps saying my audio levels are like going to, I need, that's another thing I need to figure out. It's like how loud to make everything and stuff. And like, is it too quiet or whatever? And so yeah, that's the first idea, is just get back into live streaming. Maybe if it's interesting enough, make it into a challenge video. I have one other live stream, gaming live stream, that I made into a video. It was not a very great video, but I kind of enjoyed doing it. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. And if this gets boring, or well, I guess most of you guys is just like a kind of a second monitor activity. But if this gets boring, like even by my standards, which are pretty low, then we will play The Park, which is a bad horror game that I think there's might be one other chatter in here. Okay. Which is a bad horror game that Kaz bought for me. I think it was like $1, so it wasn't like a big investment or anything. That he keeps telling me to play, but that I have not played. So if this gets boring enough, we will play The Park. The third, see, the reason why I did the stream is because there's a lot of hidden meanings. Also, my freaking Nintendo Switch controller broke, so I'm using a PS5 controller, and I wanted to try that out. So yeah, basically, this was a lot of reasons to live stream. I'm not just live streaming because I have nothing better to do. I do have actually better things to do. I could play different video games, but I'm not. So yeah. Don't disrespect The Park. I'll try not to. See, it's nice. Before, when I'd stream, I didn't have a second monitor, so I'd use my phone to like read chat and stuff like that. But which was kind of annoying. And one day I'll have it set up so that you guys can like see chat on the side, but I don't know how to freaking do it. I don't know anything about live streaming, so I just do it because it's kind of fun. So. Does the crown mean that you're the #1 chatter? I genuinely have no... Top fan. It says top fans. Okay, I don't know what that means. All right. Okay, so here's the point. We're gonna play this randomizer. It's really hard. It like randomizes like literally everything, not just like levels, but like what items can spawn. Like you can break. I broke a pot once when I was like practicing on this, and like a boulder spawned on me and killed me. So it's kind of that level of randomization. It's also been just a while since I've played Spelunky 2. So yeah. So let's freaking do it. The stream looks mostly good. It's a little choppy, but you know, this is like second monitor activities anyway. I don't know if the frame rate is. It might be kind of low. For me, it looks fine, in case you're wondering. But for you guys, I have no clue. Because I don't know anything about live streaming. It might be going at 30 frames, and if so, that is kind of an L. But yeah, it's been a while since I've played Spelunky 2. And I was never like the greatest person at it in... I gotta stop saying I was never the greatest player of it to begin with, so... Although maybe to people who like have not played this game, this is like gonna look pretty good. Because like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard to grasp what I'm doing unless you've like played. I guess if you played Spelunky 1, you probably kind of understand. But there's like a lot of things where I feel like if you don't have intimate knowledge of like the original game, then the randomizer, you may be like okay, he's just like playing the game. But no, I'm like playing a very weird, messed up, dark, twisted Whatever that meme is. The freaking a peek into my dark twisted Spelunky randomizer. Okay. So like that is not normal. Neither are monsters like existing in the walls like you see here. That is not usually something that happens. Okay. Yeah, I think it might be 30 frames because my webcam's like super low quality, and I think it probably is matching my webcam quality, which is not good. But this is a test live stream. So yeah, if you've like played Spelunky 2 before, you can, or maybe even just Spelunky, you probably understand how cursed this is looking right now, and it's very cursed to me. But so far, it's going actually pretty good, which is kind of shocking me. Yeah, I think it could go like a good frame rate if I took my webcam out of it, but I don't. I think that laser beam would have instantly killed me. I am not sure, but I think it would have killed me immediately. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in this game. Like okay. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in this game that like I would not normally see, mostly because I'm seeing a lot of stuff from like the Egyptian or like desert area. I don't normally go there. So if you don't know, a different thing about Spelunky 2 compared to Spelunky 1 is that you kind of have choice in where you go. And I normally do not go to a lot of the areas where they have kind of some shenanigans, some BS, as I would say. But in the randomizer, you don't really have a choice. Okay, so at the edge of the screen, you could probably see that there is like a bomb there. So, and there's also an orange frog, which will immediately blow up if I try to destroy it. So that is a bit unfortunate. We're gonna try. Oh, you may have noticed if you play Spelunky that I start out with like a. Okay. I was going to say if you play Spelunky, you noticed that I'd started out with a large amount of bombs. But then I died, so. I want to see if there's anything about frame rate. So Loki would like to stream higher than 30 frames per second. But I guess that'll be for the next stream. I think it is defaulting to the webcam, that's why. Because I think the webcam records at 30 FPS. Alright, okay. Well, that was not unlucky, that was completely my fault. Okay, so now you're going to see the gimmick. We're going to put on, I think you can hear this. I like how in the background you can hear that. That's kind of like a reminder of my shame. I think you can hear some like a dog in the background. It turns the music off when you die, but it doesn't turn off like the sound effects. So here, we're gonna resize this. Hello. See, this is what I also wanted to listen to this classical music because I haven't listened to this specific thing. So we're gonna put on hopefully non-copyrighted. It is classical music, so I'm assuming it's like no one cares, right? Okay, you could probably barely hear that because I can barely hear that. And I'm going to read you a poem from this. And the challenge is, can I beat this before I read literally all of these? Because I assume I will be dying a lot. It's very gimmicky, but it's like good for the soul, maybe. I don't know. It makes me feel better about sitting in my room and playing video games all day. All right, so this is his first poem. I think it's published. I'm pretty sure this is everything. We're going to read Imitation of Spencer. In the background, we have Haydn's London Symphony. I don't know how many people are watching this. I assume this is not very interesting. I can't believe that there's like a lot of overlap between people who read John Keats and people who play Spelunky 2 and watch live streams. But, all right. Now morning from her orient chamber came, and her first footsteps touched a verdant hill, crowning its lawny crest with amber flame, silvering the untainted gushes of its rill. See, it's kind of like an audiobook for you guys, because I know this is like... Okay, we're going to turn down the Hayden. It's a little too dramatic for Keats, because it's like, oh, you get a little bit of audiobook and commentary. All right. Which pure from mossy beds did down distill, and after parting beds of simple flowers, by many streams a little lake did fill, which round its marge reflected woven bowers, and in its middle space a sky that never lowers. There the kingfisher saw his plumage bright, vying with the fish of brilliant dye below, whose silken fins and golden scales light cast upward through the waves a ruby glow. There saw the swan his neck of arched snow, and oared himself along with majesty, sparkled his jetty eyes, his feet did show, beneath the waves like Afric's ebony, and on his back a fay reclined voluptuously. That's kind of a weird adjective to use there, but... I could tell the wonders of an isle that in the fairest lake had place been. I could e'en Dido of her grief beguile, or rob from aged Lear his bitter teen. For sure so fair a place was never seen, of all that ever charmed romantic eye. It seemed an emerald in the silver sheen of the bright waters, or as when on high, through clouds of fleecy white, laughs the cerulean sky. Bars. And all around it dipped luxuriously, slopings of verdure through the glossy tide, which as it were in gentle amity, rippled delighted up the flowery side, as if to gleam the ruddy tears it cried, which fell profusely from the rose tree stem. Haply it was the workings of its pride, in strife to throw upon the shore a gem, outvying all the buds in Flora's diadem. I might have to read only like a stanza or something, because that took a while. But there you go, that was the first one. We're going to try to hear as little from John Keats as possible. Alright, back to this monkey. We made it 3 levels that time. W. Okay. That was like immediate. Okay. That was like instantly. If I make a video of this, I'm putting that right in there. Okay. I'm going to track. I can see at the bottom how long this takes me. I can see how much time has passed. I'm going to track how long it takes me to read the whole thing. And if it takes me like more than a minute, I'm reading stanzas. Okay. We got Stay Ruby-Breasted Warbler Stay. Oh, I didn't. Okay. See that timer right there? I died in 5 seconds. I died in the first 5 seconds. Lucky we don't need to make it full screen, because I know I will forget. I know I will forget. It was... If you didn't see it, trust me, some freaking BS went down. Okay, we're gonna check how long this takes me. Okay, I'm sort of start at 20 seconds live streamed. At the bottom right, and then we're gonna see how long it takes me. Yeah, I didn't even have time to register to switch it back. I just instantly died, which is pretty funny. But yeah, one of these is kind of long. Whatever. But some of them are kind of short. If it's long, then maybe I'll split it in half. Okay. All right. Stay, Ruby-Breasted Warbler, stay. Stay, ruby-breasted warbler, stay, and let me see thy sparkling eye. Oh, brush not yet the pearl-strung spray, nor bow thy pretty head to fly. Stay while I tell thee, fluttering thing, that thou of love an emblem art. Yes, patient plume thy little wing, whilst I my thoughts to thee impart. When summer nights the dews bestow, and summer suns enrich the day, thy notes the blossoms charm to blow, each opes delighted at thy lay. So when in youth the eye's dark glance speaks pleasure from its circle bright, the tones of love our joys enhance, and make superior each delight. It's pretty good. And when bleak storms resistless rove, and every rural bliss destroy, not comforts then the leafless grove, but thy scythe note its only joy. E'en so the words of love beguile, when pleasure's tree no longer bears, and draw a soft endearing smile amid the gloom of grief and tears. How long did that take me? That took me about a minute. Okay, we might have to cut these in half. Maybe I will read like a stanza each time. That's kind of a good idea. That's what we're going to do going forward. Alright. Bars. Because I know nobody actually wants to listen to the book. I knew it would be quick. I didn't think it would be 18 seconds quick. That's crazy. So, first of all, I didn't think the fall damage would kill. I'm also forgetting to turn the classical music off, which I need to remember to do. I don't know if you can even hear it because it's like so low. I don't think you can. No, I think it's... Oh, you can hear it now. Alright. We're gonna read... we're not gonna do classical music because it's gonna be so short. We're gonna turn this off. Okay. Alright, we're reading stanzas now, so don't worry. Don't click off the video, please. Okay. This is the first stanza. Fill for me a brimming bowl. Fill for me a brimming bowl, and let me in it drown my soul, but put therein some drug design to banish woman from my mind. Based. It's kind of odd line, but... For I want not the stream inspiring that heats the sense with lewd desiring, but I want as deep a draught as air from leaves, or lethes, I forget how you pronounce that, I'm sorry. Waves was quaffed. From my despairing breast to charm the image of the fairest form, the air my reveling eyes beheld, the air my wandering fancy spelled. This guy loves his apostrophes, I didn't realize that. Okay. There you go. This is supposed to be a Spelunky stream. So if you don't know, well, you're like, okay, what end is this? Because it's not, you're not beating the regular end of Spelunky, right? You can see on the top right, it says 1 out of 22. So the goal is to make it through 22 levels, I think, and then you beat the randomizer. Interesting. Okay, as you see, it's a little bit easier said than done. Oh, that's not good. There you go. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not talking a lot because I low-key... Okay. I thought I'd have to log in there. I don't want to have to restart the stream, but I low-key do want to change the frame rate. But that's how losers think. So the benefit of the gravity pack, right, is that I can stall myself in midair. The negative of the battery pack is that if it even touches fire, it will explode. Which is not good. Explosions in Spelunky are not instant death. even though you may think that they are. They, however, do deal 16 points of damage, which is more than the health that I have. So it essentially is instant death. So yeah, if I touch that fire pot, then I will just die. Okay. Okay. The lava, however, does always instantly kill you. We're gonna do a bit of a gamble. The gamble did not pay off. Define paid off, but this puts me in a bit of a pickle. So if I touch the lava, I do instantly die. That is a fact. Oh yeah, what I was talking about a while ago. So yeah, you start with more bombs and ropes than you normally do in a Spelunky playthrough because... Okay. Wonderful. Because there are parts where you low-key need it. I know there's one part where you actually like have to, like, because of the randomizer, you need. Okay. It's not looking good. We made it to 4 levels that time. That's pretty good. We're gonna read. I'm assuming we're gonna be reading a lot of this. Okay, this stanza's short though, so you'll like it. 'Tis vain away I cannot chase that melting softness of that face, that beamingness of those bright eyes, that breast earth's only paradise. Bars. Once more. See, normally when I die in Spelunky, I just like immediately hit the quick restart button before my brain even catches up to me. So it does actually help me slow me down and make me realize that I need to like think about my actions a bit more when playing this game. All right, let me freaking take a better stance, Looky. You guys should still be able to hear me. I just like moved my microphone a little bit. Hey, I'll take it. Most of the time, the Spelunky gods kind of like bestow upon you BS against your favor. So the few times where it is in your favor, I like to take advantage of it. I don't think this will make him mad. Yeah. If you blow up the shop, it'll make him mad, but like, as long as like with the bricks you blow up, or not the bricks, but the area you blow up. I really want those 10 bombs. That's not enough, is it? I think that should be enough. As you can imagine, in a randomizer, bombs are actually really useful because they allow you to reach places that you're not really supposed to be at. Is that enough? Okay, that was all my fault. All right. It's hard to... No, I should freaking... I will change my setup in a second. All right. My sight will never more be blessed, for all I see has lost its zest. Banger. Nor with delight can I explore the classic page, the muse's lore. That's another stanza. That was all my fault. See, sometimes I like to blame Spelunky because I'm like, I like to blame like that item is actually something you don't want to pick up. It randomly, it's called like the Crown of Fools or something, and it like randomly teleports you every 15 seconds, I think. So if you see that crown and you see me avoid it, it's because it is like the only item where it is strictly a bad thing to pick it up. Oh yeah, you may also be noticing that the randomizer also randomizes what projectile shoots out of your gun. This is just a skill issue at this point. Okay. The randomizer also randomizes what shoots out of your gun, which is a bit of a problem because it means that when I shoot, I actually have no idea what I'm shooting. Sometimes it's a freeze, sometimes it's a rock, and sometimes it is none of those things. There it was a freeze, which was very lucky. So I need a little... The Royal Jelly is just like a really good health upgrade, in case you're wondering. I suppose I brought that on myself. The randomizer also gives you the ability to have multiple shops in one level, which normally is not supposed to happen. But I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing really matters. I mean, the randomizer, nothing matters. Okay. I'm trying not to talk because I want to be extra cautious. So I'm sorry. But I guess that does make the stream less fun because you're not really watching my gameplay. You're just kind of enjoying the atmosphere of me being miserable. At least that's what I think. I think that's the idea behind a live stream. I didn't think about that. So that's a boulder. Alright. Pulling out the Keats again. Okay. You know what? If I can just make it to level 10, I think I will call it a day and I will play the peak. Because I don't have that much time in my day to actually live stream stuff. Let me also... Okay, well, I'm gonna read this first. Had she but known how beat my heart, and with one smile relieved its smart, I should have felt a sweet relief, I should have felt the joy of grief, yet as a Tuscan mid the snow of Lapland thinks on sweet Arno, so forever shall she be the halo of my memory. There we go, that's the end of Fill for Me a Brimming Bowl. And I am gonna get up and change some of my setup. I see the yay. I'm assuming the yay was to me playing the park. We'll get there. I'm gonna change my setup a little bit. want to raise my monitor just a tad, which is something I should have done a while ago, but that way I can properly see it. I accidentally clicked my mouse. I just wanted to make sure I didn't just... Chat, what'd that mean? I don't know what you're talking about, okay? Because the delay, like, there's like a 5-second delay. It could have been anything. I don't know. What is the... I don't know what... How many people are in chat? I think I hit my freaking sensitivity. Okay, yeah. There is one person in chat, and it is you. I think there was somebody else before, but I think they left. I was kind of hoping more people would be able to hop on. All right. Were you talking about the poem? Is that what the chat would that mean? The poem is about Keats meeting a girl that he can't forget, and he wishes he can forget her. So in case you want a little explication, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the farthest we've got, in case you're wondering today, is level 4. I'm pretty sure. Oh shoot, that's not good. Oh, actually, that's very good. It's just like, in regular Spelunky, like so much stuff just like happens, right? And I kind of like just have to deal with it. Are you telling me that this okay? The freaking scorpion jumped over my shield and somehow hit the back of my head. It's like, alright, sure, man. That's just freaking Anubis right there. W, I guess. Oh, I think it'll kill him. Oh. Well, that didn't take long. That was the first level. All right. This one only has one stanza. It's called To Lord Byron. There you go. That's what we're going to read. All right. Byron, how sweetly sad thy melody, attuning still the soul to tenderness, as if soft pity with unusual stress had touched her plaintive lute, and thou, being by hats, caught the tones, nor suffered them to die. Or shading sorrow doth not make thee less delightful, thou thy griefs dost dress, with a bright halo shining beamily. As when a cloud a golden moon doth veil, its sides are tinged with a resplendent glow, through the dark robe of oft amber rays prevail, and like fair veins in sable marble flow. Wow, it's like a bit of a tongue twister. Still warble dying swan, still tell the tale, the enchanting tale, the tale of pleasing woe. Now back to Spelunky. Awesome. Okay, if you didn't know that this is the Cosmic Ocean, this is the not true, but it's the hardest area to reach in the game, and it is also fittingly the hardest area of the game in some aspects. So starting off here is kind of a bad omen. Okay, so that's why I don't go to those things are from the Egyptian level, and that's why I don't go there, because I don't like them. But yeah, it's got like that Pac-Man lot. No. Okay. It's got like that Pac-Man logic. You know, it's not Pac-Man logic. There's a term for it. It has a wraparound. Basically, the top. If you go like far enough down, you go back to the top, and if you go far enough to the top, you go back at the bottom. You return to the bottom. Yeah, I think it's called like a wraparound texture. Like, see, the trash is falling from here, but I was hit by it when we were up there. But the main reason why the Cosmic Ocean is like hard is because the door is only unlocked once you find those 3 thingies. You have to pop those 3 balls. But once you do, the evil jellyfish comes after you. And you have to run before it kills you. What the fuck? Something made her aggro on me. She's not supposed to do that. I don't know what. Yeah, that music means that like a shopkeeper, like a non-violent NPC, got aggroed on you because you did something. But the thing is, they don't always know whether it's you who did it. So like if just like something happens and like an explosion blows up their shop, they just automatically blame you. So I'm assuming that is what happened. Kind of running out of rope here. I think I blew up the extra bombs with that. Unlucky. I think we got into an infinite chain of damage. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, no. Jeez. Okay. Okay, we got another Cosmic Ocean level, which again, as explained before, is not ideal. It's also like resource heavy. Like a lot of the time it's like very hard to complete without using a lot of, oh, I guess that doesn't matter. With a lot of resources, you know, bombs, ropes, health. Okay. And there's also guaranteed no shops in the Cosmic Ocean. Okay, that's not good. Okay. I don't know. We got a level 3. I'm not that good at this game, but just so you know, this is like actually hard. Okay. This is written on the day that Mr. Lee Hunt left prison. Okay, very specific. I don't know who that is, by the way. What though, for showing truth to flattered state, kind Hunt was shut in prison, yet has he, in his immortal spirit, been as free as the sky-searching lark, and as a late minion of grandeur, think you he did wait? Think you he not but prison walls did see, till so unwilling thou unturn'st the key? Ah no, far happier nobler was his fate. In Spencer's halls he stayed, and bowers fair, culling enchanted flowers, and he flew with daring Milton through the fields of air, to regions of his own his genius true, to happy flights. Who shall his fame impair when thou art dead, and all thy wretched crew? Bars. Alright. Yeah, I have like okay, another Cosmic Ocean level. W. When I say W, I mean it a bit sarcastically. Because Cosmic Ocean is like it has that wrapping texture thing. That also means that there's like an infinite amount of fall damage you can take. Because most of the time, fall damage is capped because like you can't fall an infinite distance. But in Cosmic Ocean, you technically can. So a lot of my deaths, personally, when I've played this game normally, have been to Cosmic Ocean fall damage. Ooh. Okay. That's not good. So the poison status effect is pretty bad. Normally it's like not that big of a deal. But the way it works is you will continuously take damage until you rescue a dog. The problem is, in a randomizer, there's like 1,000 reasons the dog could just be dead. Normally it's pretty safe until you do something, normally. But in the randomizer, the dog could be dead for like literally any reason. And that is not good. Like here, for example, I have not even seen the dog, and the dog could be underwater, which would be bad. So we're just gonna we're gonna take our chances with the poison. We're gonna keep trying to find it in a different level, probably, until it's in like a place that is very easy. Shoot. I forgot I have the... Oh. You may be wondering why I'm holding on to this. It's because the Hoyi bow and the golden arrow... Like I said, the Hoyi bow and the golden arrow can kill like pretty much anything. The reason why I don't like this level, and you probably noticed me sighing, is because I'm pretty sure in this level you can't use... Oh, wait, never mind. Wrong level. There's like a level where you can't use ropes. And I always... And it's like low-key a death sentence in this randomizer. And... Okay. But this level does have the giant snake, which is legitimately a bit of a problem. Okay. Did I take a damage after I respawned? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'm not counting Ankh deaths, in case you were wondering. So I technically did just die there. But I feel it's a bit disingenuous to say that that was like a death. Okay. We're gonna try to do a very high level maneuver. Okay. To be fair, it did work. I just didn't calculate that the lava would follow me. Okay. Pulling the book back out. Let's see what we got. We got To Hope. Part 1. It's a very long one, so. When by my solitary hearth I sit, and hateful thoughts enwrap my soul in gloom, when no fair dreams before my mind's eye flit, and the bare heath of life presents no bloom, sweet hope, ethereal balm upon me shed, and wave thy silver pinions o'er my head. Okay. So, my voice really echoes in here. Hmm. Sorry, I went freaking locked in, man. I think I'll play this for like 2 hours at most. I know we're already creeping up on 2 hours. I don't know if we'll play the park today. I'll tell you what though, if nobody is like able to like play games tonight, I could just stream the park. Okay. That's not good. So basically for this challenge, it's like a challenge you can pay to do. You just have to stay alive for a certain amount of time. It's actually pretty easy as long as like nothing absolutely insane spawns. But yeah, I should probably do. And I also don't know if I want to be streaming at this low frame rate for the park. I will probably stop the stream, and then later, if like nobody's playing games or anything, then I will like reconfigure some stuff, and then I'll play the park. Probably turn my webcam off. Okay. I feel like the webcam doesn't add anything; it gets in the way. Oh shoot. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. Okay. We need those scary reactions though. True. I feel like eventually I should just get like a higher quality webcam because mine's pretty It's just like, it's just for like the bare minimum sort of meme kind of reactions. Because the park is the scariest game of Oat. True. See, this is in the randomizer. This is a what's called an eggplant world level, and these are the levels that you want to get. Okay, I don't know how it is, but if you stay on this like person's arms, I think it should give you a little bit of health. If you wait like I think it's like 30 seconds or something. Oh, yeah, there you go. No, it's like 50 seconds. Well, this is going really well. I can't say that and then immediately an explosion happens. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, see that right there is a bit of a problem. That guy has a giant laser he can shoot out of the mech, and that will instantly kill me. I don't know if the laser is randomized. It could be, I suppose. Huh. It does seem that he doesn't know. Okay, I'm trying to jump on the turkey. Okay. It does not appear to be that he knows I'm there, so. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, also W Spelunky fact, if dead turkeys come in contact with fire, they turn into cooked turkeys, and cooked turkeys give you health. Yeah, we have a lot of health. The problem is though, well, not really the problem, but the sort of the qualifier to that is that health doesn't often matter in the Spelunky games because a lot of times you can get well, first of all, there are things that can instantly kill you, which of course doesn't matter what health you are. But there's a lot of stuff that doesn't instantly kill you, but can put you in like an eternal loop of damage where you're constantly getting hit. So, like, being at low health is always bad in Spelunky 2, but it's weird because, like, being at like high health isn't always good. Case in point, I just instantly died. Okay, second stanza of To Hope. Whene'er I wander at the fall of night, where woven boughs shut out the moon's bright ray, should sad despondency my musings fright, and frown to drive fair cheerfulness away, peep with the moonbeams through the leafy roof, and keep that fiend despondence far aloof. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to play more of this game that kills me every 5 minutes. Okay. If that cat hits you, by the way, it makes it so that you're always stuck at 1 HP no matter what, which is a bit annoying. So whenever the cat's on screen, that's another reason why I don't go to the Egypt level, is because of the cat. Okay. There's like a small chance for like literally anything to come out of a pot. So you get some pretty kooky stuff sometimes. So I want... trust the method. Okay. I always like the music in here. It's pretty fun. No. Okay. Well, the run is over. I picked up the freaking crown. Okay, there's now a chance, like every couple seconds, that I just instantly die, and there's nothing I can do about it. So. We're just gonna try to run through the levels. That was a teleport. It, funnily enough, did not instantly kill me, though. And you're like, oh, what's the worst that can happen? You just, like, take some fall damage or whatever? No. See, in Spelunky, you can get telefragged, which is where you are teleported into a wall and you instantly die. So, the worst that can happen is that I instantly die and there's nothing I can do about it. So, ooh, that's not good. Yeah. Okay, and now Kali's mad at me, so I can't use the altars anymore. It's getting better and better. So this run is pretty cooked, but like, I have said that like a run was blessed multiple times, and we instantly died. So theoretically, it should work like the other way too. Oh, I could have grabbed the sword. I just realized. Like at some point, it's gotta swing the other way. Okay. Just gonna ignore the giant fish. Okay. We're actually lasting a surprisingly long amount of time. That was fast. Okay. Got a bit of sunken city. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there can be bosses, but it is mostly fair to just ignore them, because there should always be a way in the randomizer to exit without beating the boss, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So this is actually the farthest we've gotten. We are also very close to getting teleported into a wall. Okay. It has not happened yet. Isn't it kind of crazy that once the only game where I actually get the farthest is the game where I have the freaking item that has a chance to just instantly kill me for no reason. And all the times where I just have like a bunch of health, I just instantly die. Okay, well, that's pretty far. 7 levels out of 26. That's pretty good. Gonna read another stanza of "Oh Hope." Should disappointment, parent of despair, strive for her son to seize my careless heart, when like a cloud he sits upon the air, preparing on his spellbound prey to dart, chase him away, sweet hope, with visage bright, and fright him as the morning frightens night. That's actually a good one. I like that one a lot. Is anyone still watching us at this point? We've had 4 viewers come in. That's interesting. I wonder who they were. What did I just do? Okay. They probably saw my dog frame rate and were like, hell no, I'm not watching this. Sorry, I'm locked in. In the trenches, I'm getting rich. I love that freaking Andrew Tate clip. It's good. It's goated. Oh, no movies! So I'm spending all this time freaking stacking bodies on the Kali altar, when in reality I know that this run is probably going to end in like 2 seconds when a giant block smashes me to death. Wow, that was incredibly prescient. Whenever the fate of those I hold most dear tells to my fearful breast a tale of sorrow, O bright-eyed hope, my morbid fancy cheer, let me awhile thy sweetest comforts borrow, thy heaven-born radiance around me shed, and wave thy silver pinions o'er my head. How close are we to freaking 2 hours? Okay. We're like an hour away. Streaming is like fun, and then like you realize like, oh, people. Okay. I realize that people expect you to do this for like an hour, or like hours. Should e'er unhappy love my bosom pain from cruel parents or relentless fare, oh let me think it is not quite in vain to sigh out sonnets to the midnight air. Sweet hope, ethereal balm upon me shed, and wave thy silver pinions o'er my head. Okay, I'm fighting Anubis now. I guess we won. Play a good game like Overwatch. Are you listening to yourself right now? Did you just hear the words that you said? I'm playing a Spelunky randomizer. And if you weren't here before, every time I die, I have to read a bit from this freaking book of John Keats poems to punish myself. Even though I actually enjoy reading it, but it's like to get me to read these things. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. Thank you, number 2 chatter. Hey, he doesn't have the crown. You don't have to take anything from him. Okay. So this staff like fires beams that like instantly kill people, but they could also curve around and maybe instantly kill me. So that's why I don't. No. So that's why I don't want you using it. No, chill. See, the NPCs in this game, or the followers, are very jumpy. Probably because they know I'm about to sacrifice them and kill them. But sorry, bro. I need points for the altar. See, normally it guarantees, right, that you get what's called the Collie's like freaking blood thingy after a certain amount of sacrifices, but because this is randomized, you actually have no idea what you're gonna get, which means I could have just sacrificed that dog for like absolutely nothing. And not the bloody thing. I actually don't remember what it's called. The freaking little blood thingy. All right. See, we have a jetpack now, which is pretty good. Okay, the guy that was on fire was hit into me and I blew up. I feel like that's a little unfair. Am I crazy for saying that? That feels a little unfair. Like, I wasn't on fire. It was this freaking guy who flew into me. And then he made my jetpack blow up. Like, that's not my fault. So, we're doing pretty all right. We did lose a lot of health. We just lost some more right there. What kind of challenge is this? Okay. Oh, that's not that great of a reward, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually the strategy if you're doing this this challenge normally, is you just sit in this corner and you just spam so that anything that spawns out will just instantly die. Well, normally that guy can spawn. And so you're like, why did you do that? You don't want the freaking Maddock right there? We do want the extra resources that it gives. So... that guy can curse you to be permanently at 1 health, which is a bit annoying, so that's why we freaking murked him. We're not going to try to get the idol. It's not worth it. I feel like Spelunky, if played right, teaches you a degree of patience. You know, teaches you teaches you a lot. Like how everything... Oh, I just realized I don't have the... I thought I had the freaking crown. That's not the exit. That's not even the exit. It teaches you how nothing in life is fair. And that at any moment, you could die to some random nonsense that doesn't make any sense. And that's pretty valuable. I just walked into that. Kapala, that's what it's called. It's called the Kapala, the little blood cup. Sorry, doggy. I gotta beat you up for your blood. Ooh. Okay, okay. We're pretty good. The only problem, like I said before, is yeah, the what's it called? Jetpack is very goated. It's like very, very, very good. But does mean that any fire that we come in contact with is now 100% lethal, which is a bit unfortunate. But it might not matter, Loki. That was kind of okay. Boss defeated. Really? Was it now? Okay. Like that. Yeah, we're gonna stream for 2 hours, and then I'm probably gonna get off. Maybe? I will see. Alright, where did we leave off? In the long vista of the years to roll, let me not see our country's honor fade. Oh, let me see our land retain her soul, her pride, her freedom, and not her freedom's shade. From thy bright eyes, unusual brightness shed beneath thy pinions canopy my head. There you go. Another stanza of Keats. Because I do want to do the park at like night. I'm thinking like, oh, it should probably be at night. So I'll just do any night where we're not like playing games together, really, or maybe like when only 1 or 2 people can play games. I'll play the park, and then that will always be there for you to enjoy. But yeah, I don't want to stream for too long because I know nobody really watches these streams. And that's not me being like, oh, nobody watches my streams, no one likes me. It's like, I understand, like, watching a live stream is, like, inherently kind of a boring activity. We're gonna count that, I guess. It's inherently a boring activity. But let me not see the Patriots' high bequest, great liberty, how great in plain attire, with the base purple of a court oppressed, bowing her head and ready to expire. But let me see thee stoop from heaven or on wings that fill the skies with silver glitterings. And stand the next time. And it's like, okay, there's 2 options, right? Either like you're paying complete attention to the stream, which I would not recommend because it's not that interesting, or you're like kind of watching in the background, in which case I should have gotten the jetpack. There's probably better things for you to watch. So I was doing it because I was like, I thought maybe I could get into like gaming challenge or something. Yeah, dude, this is too much. And also like, hey, maybe I could get back into YouTubing. I wanted to kind of like force me back into YouTubing to remember my YouTube channel, because this doesn't take any effort to make videos. I mean, to make streams. But it takes a lot of efforts to make videos. So okay. Okay, that's not fair. All right. Let's see. This is the last stanza of To Hope. And as in sparkling majesty a star gilds the bright summit of some gloomy cloud, brightening the half-veiled face of heaven afar, so when the dark thoughts my boding spirit shroud, sweet hope, celestial influence round me shed, waving thy silver pinions o'er my head. Not bad. Yeah, and I'm like, at a certain point, this has got to get, like, tiring. Both for me, because obviously I have to talk, like, the whole duration of the thingy. Which is, like, it's not tiring. It's not, like, physically tiring, but it does tire out my voice. Dude, that guy needs to chill out. That is actually exactly what I wanted, and I'm really surprised it went my way. That is kind of crazy. Okay. We get a new poem this time. That's kind of cool, isn't it? All right, Ode to Apollo. This one's also really long. This is 8 stanzas, so if I die 8 more times, you'll hear the entirety of the poem. In thy western halls of gold, when thou sittest in thy state, bards that erst sublimely told heroic deeds and sung of fate, with fervor seize their adamantine lyres, whose chords are solid rays and twinkle radiant fires. There you go. Like, I should for like quality's sake, I should read it all at once, like the poems. But I know that would just like turn more people off. I think it would be even more boring than this already is. Because like with this, okay, with the Spelunky, this is gonna kill me, isn't it? But the Spelunky gameplay as it is, it's like kind of interesting. So yeah, the goal is to keep going in and out of this room and just hope that they shoot each other. In case you're wondering what the goal was. And eventually, all these guys will kill themselves. Isn't this invigorating gameplay, bro? Oh shoot! Okay, fuck. Well. There Homer with his nervous arms strikes the twanging harp of war, and even the western splendor warms while the trumpets sound afar, but what creates the most intense surprise, his soul looks out through renovated eyes. Okay. And if I might make this a video, but I won't do the less on a live stream. I think this will be it for my live streaming this, because I'm not really a gaming challenge guy. And I think it'll be better just for all of us. Because I feel like this is not... It'd be kind of fun. This is my idea. I think it'd be kind of fun as kind of like a video to like be like, oh, I tried to do this like thingy. Because I could like edit it. Let's get some lit analysis. Live streams? Or for the poem? Like lit analysis of what I just read. He's talking about Homer. On that, it's called To Apollo. It's about like, what's it called? It's like great artists in their contributions to the arts. So Apollo, I think, had something to do with like music and stuff on poems. Yeah. So I think I haven't read the rest of it yet, but I think it's about the progression of like of poetry. It starts with Apollo. I'm pretty sure it was like some way related to music or the arts, because Apollo has like a harp, right? I'm pretty sure. I think that's the thing. Why did I do that? Okay, this is a bit interesting. It's called To Apollo, and then he talks about Homer. Homer's like a big dude. The Odyssey and all that. And so if they mention other like poets or other like old like famous people, it talks about like adamantine lyres and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I think it's about the progression of poetry. That is my best guess. Yeah. I really should read the whole thing at once, but I just feel like that would be incredibly boring. And I was like, at first I thought this would be kind of a funny idea, because like I would like, because for me I kind of like the challenges where it's just like, oh, every time I die I have to do something. But then I realized like, if you're not that interested in like seeing me like suffer, I feel like or if you're interested in seeing me playing Spelunky, like the poems are just like really boring to you. But if you're like a listener only, oh my gosh, the poems are not that interesting. That's not fair. Okay, then the gameplay's not that interesting if you're listening only. All right, let's see. Let me see if I'm right. Then through thy temple wide melodious swells, because it's about like music, the art, and stuff like that. The sweet majestic tone of Mero's lyre. Don't know who that is. In rapture dwells, not daring to respire, that while he tells of grief around a funeral pyre. So it's like music, I'm assuming? Yeah. Poetry's kind of like music. I guess you like read it aloud. Oh, stanza 3. Yeah. I realize I'm low-key just kind of waiting for this to be over. I think if I die under a minute, you just do one stanza. But if I die over a minute, I do like a whole poem. Is that your idea? That's kind of an idea. It's longer than the whole poem, yeah. That's kind of smart. Because then it's like, if you die after a while, I like that method, yeah. I don't know, whatever. The stream's going to be over soon, I'm assuming. That's true, that's true. Yeah, I mean, the idea of this thing originally was like, can I beat the randomizer before I read all of this guy's poetry? Because he didn't write a lot of poetry because he died early. And that was kind of the joke. I feel like I could do a little bit more on live stream, but it's probably better if I just like do it on like video. Or maybe not. Maybe this will be something we could do like a Spelunky Sunday or something, a Spelunky Saturday or something, where I do this like consistently trying to beat this. Okay. I should not have pissed them off. I was like, oh, if I can get his shotgun, that's pretty good. And I won't have to deal with him later because of the randomizer. Okay. Look, he did cook myself with that. Oh! Wait, that's pretty good. You die under a minute. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. We could either if I die under a minute or if I like die under a certain amount of levels. Maybe. What do you think? Because sometimes I am cautious and I just take like a while to do one level because I have like, there's like some crazy stuff going on. And sometimes the levels are just like long. But I don't know. I don't know. I do like the idea of under 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is though that some of the poems are like longer than others. Like some of them. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore this guy. Is that freaking Anubis? Oh, dude. Okay. Okay. You could get crushed by this thingy, which actually would be kind of cool. I don't know what the odds are. I don't know what the RG. Okay, there you go. Oh. That did destroy his gun, though. I didn't think about that. That was very bad. That was just bad gameplay. I did not die, though. We're getting pretty far. And we got the Ankh, which is a get out of jail free card one time. Okay. Chill. I kind of used all of my bombs, which is a bit of a problem. Or maybe not. Who knows? Okay. That turkey saved me. I would have died of fall damage if I didn't have that, which is kind of funny. Where's... Dude, am I crazy? Where's the exit? Oh, okay. Okay. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay. The one health is deceptive. One health is deceptive. Because I have Ankh, that one health is more like 5 health. In Ankh, I think, well, on some of the levels, it'll instantly spawn you at the exit. At most levels, it'll just spawn you back at the start. But the, like, special levels where, like, it's, like, the exit is, like, hard to get to. Okay. Oh, shoot. I freaking yanked my headphones out. Bit of a waste. Okay. Alright, that was definitely over a minute. So we'll finish the rest of the poem. Okay. 'Tis awful silence, then again. Expectant, stand the spheres, breathless the laurel peers, now move to lends the lofty strain, nor move to Milton's tunnelful thunders cease, and leave once more the ravished heavens in peace. So it was Milton. Thou biddest Shakespeare wave his hand, and pass, and quickly forward spring the passions a terrific band, and each vibrates the string, the lyre of Apollo, I guess, that with its tyrant temper best accords, while from their master's lips pour forth the inspiring words. I'm assuming that rhymed differently back in the day. A silver trumpet Spencer blows, and as its martial notes to silence flee, from a virgin chorus flows a hymn in praise of spotless chastity. 'Tis still, wild warblings from the Aeolian lyre, enchantment softly breathe, and trembling expire. Next, thy Tasso's ardent numbers, I don't know who Tasso is, float along the pleased air, calling youth from idle slumbers, rousing them from pleasure's lair. Then o'er the strings his fingers gently move and melt the soul to pity and to love. One more stanza. But when thou joinest with the nine and all the powers of song combine, we listen here on earth, the dying tones that fill the air and charm the ear of evening fair. So yeah, it seems to be about like music and poetry and like how it moves people. From thee, great god of bards, I guess Apollo is the god of bards, that kind of answers that question, receive their heavenly birth. Okay, pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna go to 2 hours, maybe 2:15, but at least 2 hours. I mean, it's kind of, I think the farthest we got was level 8 out of 20, whatever. And it is a bit demoralizing after a certain point. It is hard. Like, I've beaten regular Spelunky too, like a lot. It's like not that hard for me at this point. But the Spelunky 2 randomizer just has so much capacity for, I mean, it's called a randomizer. So it has so much, oh, I woke him up. Okay, it has so much capacity for like random buffoonery. That I have to, of course, the area that I happen to go in just leads to nowhere. Wonderful. I do admit though, it is kind of mostly a skill issue because you definitely can mitigate bad RNG with just playing better. So low-key, it is my fault. I'm not gonna lie. That being said, I don't accept that. You see stuff like that. Well, that was actually also all my fault, so that wouldn't even be an example of good/bad RNG. Ah, let's just go. This is the level where frickin' you can't place ropes. And also there's the freaking stupid snake thing that comes, right? Which is like... Dude, this is... dude, I don't know. Yeah, what? Like, if I'm just in wrong place, wrong time, I feel... I don't know. I feel like I could very easily die to that. Is there like a tell when he's coming? It's like, okay, well we got through that level. I actually never got... Yeah, that's from one of the alternate areas you can go to called the Duat, and I do never go that way because it's just like... That, I think, is one flaw with Spelunky 2, is that, like, I don't even treat it as, like, a multi-path game because I just never go that way. For me, it's always, like, no, there's just, like, one way you go, and that's, like, through the lava, and you go through the coral area and stuff like that. Because technically you can go to the other area, the other route to get the, you know, hard ending of the game. But, like, why would you? You're just, like, making it harder on yourself. There you go, I won. You get like a little bit of money each time you light a torch. This is like a mini game where like you have to light all the torches. So even if you lose the mini game, you actually usually get your money back, which is pretty cool. All right. I was outside of the range. Okay. That's okay. Well, this is a short full poem, so I guess it counts. All right. This is called "O Chatterton." "O Chatterton, how very sad thy fate." I don't know who Chatterton is. He might be a real person. Dear child of sorrow, son of misery, how soon the film of death obscured that eye, whence genius wildly flashed in high debate. How soon that voice majestic and elate melted in dying murmurs. Oh, how nigh was night to thy fair morning, thou didst die. A half-blown flower which cold blasts amate. But this is past, thou art among the stars of highest heaven, to the rolling spheres thou sweetest singest, not thy hymning Mars, above the ingrate world and human fears. On earth the good man base distraction bars from thy fair nature and waters it with tears. I mean, I think there is like a thing in the back. Let's see. Okay, he was a poet. Didn't know it. Didn't know that. There's like a little thingy in the back of the book that like explains, like has like footnotes and stuff. So. Okay, apparently we've had 6 unique viewers come to the stream. I wonder how long they stay. I never see them. I'll occasionally go like look over here and check my analytics and stuff, and it's always like, yeah, it's always like interesting to see who's joining. That is a giant spider. Okay, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. That was what's it called? Stage 1. And we have 23 health. We have paste. This looks like it's gonna freaking kill me. Again, anything could be in these pots. Literally anything. Okay. I'm sorry, Axolotl. You have too much potential to freaking do weird stuff. Yeah, the Axolotl is like a bit of an odd amount because like if you accidentally try to like jump one more time, like you don't have a triple jump, but like if you tried to jump a 3rd time with an Axolotl, it like teleports. And teleporting in Spelunky is generally something I'm pretty wary of. And I've like too many times I've accidentally teleported while I'm the Axolotl and like killed myself. So that's why I generally don't use Axolotls, even though I use turkeys for their double jump. Because I like to really spam the button. And if you do that with a Axolotl, most of the time you die. Okay. Interesting. Like one of the things that Spelunky teaches you, or at least like tries to teach you, is like good situational awareness, where you kind of just gotta look at everything on screen and be like, okay, there's a cube there that's gonna kill me if I step there. Let me not do that. Oh, wait, I forgot my bomb stick. My fault. I have no clue what makes that weird noise. Okay, we're just gonna book it. Alright. things take forever to kill, bro. I always make that giant screaming noise like when they die. It's very unsettling. Okay, now we're talking. Freaking pickaxe, or the mattock, as it is called in the game, is very good. It can be. It can be pretty good. See here, you have two options. You can try to defeat the boss, which I literally do not think I am capable of. Because it requires either a lot of like time and patience, or for you to have this very specific sword, which I do not. Or you can just mine your way out of the arena into the next area. Okay. Like that. Ooh! Friggin' sweating. Yeah, just like being able to delete blocks in Spelunky is always a pretty good. There was a bounce pad. There are like lumps of snow that can spawn on the floor. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you can't. Dude, I didn't see it. Yeah, there are those little lumps of snow that can spawn, and they hid that bounce pad. I can obviously I can see it now. Now that it was pointed out to me, but that is pretty nutty. I gotta bait the block. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, that was incredibly lucky. Okay, how is he able to survive that? What? Okay. Okay. I am 1 HP. I cannot imagine this run will continue for very much longer. But you kind of gotta hope against hope sometimes. I died to a maggot. Alright. This is probably the last poem I'm reading, because if I die again, I'm probably just going to freaking crash out. Okay, this one's really short. It's called Lines Written on 29th of May, the anniversary of Charles's restoration, on hearing the bells ringing. Infatuate Britons, will you still proclaim his memory your direst foulest shame, nor patriots revere? Ah, when I hear each traitor's lying bell, 'tis gallant Sydney's Russell's vain sad knell that pains my wounded ear. I have no idea what that's referencing it. Let me freaking look at the back of the book. Oh, people were executed for those people I mentioned were executed for treason apparently. And he's like being like, that was lame. W. Alright, this is my last run. Unless it's really short. If it's like a longer run, like level 7, level 8, I think this is it. I feel like I've tortured you long enough. I guess it's like low-key fine for me. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm assuming for like a viewing experience, it's not the greatest. Okay. You can sit up. I keep like going back into a slouch, and I'm like, no, I need to freaking lock in. But yeah, no, I actually really enjoy this randomizer. I think it's really fun. It definitely does sort of amp. Okay, that one doesn't count. We're gonna do one more. We'll read a stanza. Okay, that's stanza worthy. On receiving a curious shell and a copy of verses from ladies, the odd title. Hast thou from the caves of Golconda a gem, pure as the ice drop that froze on the mountain, bright as the hummingbird's green diadem, when it flutters in sunbeams that shine through a fountain. I'm assuming he's talking about the shell. Okay, this is the last run. That was a short one. So you got a short verse. But yeah, I know I could see this being like a series, maybe something like, yeah, like a Spelunky. That one I didn't die. I just want to restart because that was kind of bad. A sort of, yeah, Spelunky Saturday, if you will, or something like that. But I want to get back to making like, not to besmirch the great career of live streaming, but I want to get back to making some like real YouTube videos next, and this is more just kind of the primer. I set up that bomb terribly, but that's pretty good. Oh, never mind. That took away all my bombs. Nice. I forgot there's like some pickups that you can do where it like literally takes away all of your stuff. It's like kind of like a, oh, it's a Spelunky randomizer moment, I guess. Kind of fits the vibe of the game being whack. Okay, well, if we survive, we'll be very well off financially because we're about to just make a lot of money. I have a feeling though that we're not making it to level 23. Something just tells me. I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I know. Oh, I don't have any bombs. Damn. So normally that's not really an issue. Okay, sorry, I was a bit locked in. I didn't really talk for a second. Ooh. All right, and there's where we're gonna end. I think it was fun, kinda. Not really. Just wanted to try out live streaming. Looks like I kind of got a hang about how the technology works. I will some night. It may be tonight. Maybe Thursday night. Actually, how about this? Tomorrow night, actually, after. Or that's when the World Cup is going on, right? Or yeah. Well, that's fine. I mean, I doubt like Jesse or like freaking. Oh, I guess I'm kind of like name dropping some people. I doubt freaking Cargo or Poogie Monster would want to, you know, check in on the peak. So yeah, I'll probably just do it Thursday night because I don't really watch World Cup games, and yeah, and that'll also, because the World Cup's going on, that's not going to be a night where we're going to be playing any video games, right? So on Thursday, yeah, we'll probably just do it on Thursday. Okay, can you stop spamming the emojis in chat? I mean, it's been nice. Actually, no, don't stop. That's very nice. That's awesome. I am going to here. We're gonna go now. I'm gonna go now. I keep using the pronoun we because I'm like me in my chat, but you're not leaving. I'm leaving. So I do like the freaking little emojis, but yeah, they're kind of interesting. I like them. But now is the time to go. It was fun. We had 6 viewers. Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that just nutty? But I think it's time for me to go. I will be working on a new YouTube video. I am working on writing it right now. And I will play the peak / the park tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I will live stream it because I'll probably have nothing better to do. And yeah. It was fun.